So it's very clear that we need to implement generative AI to overcome those challenges, to measure productivity measures to measure productivity of SQL developers using current or traditional measurement methods. So there is where Gen AI chatbot comes into the play. So Gen AI chatbot is a chatbot which measure the accuracy or quality of the SQL codes coded by SQL developers. So what Gen AI chatbot does is it will track all the executed SQL queries, and it will measure the execution time, the resource use like such as memory, CPU, and also the success rate, where it will measure the amount of successfully executed queries, and it will provide the feedback on the based on the results is generated. And it also will calculate the performance and the productivity score by calculating the amount of tasks completed, and it will calculate the effort used for query optimization based on the complexity of the task the, the developers are doing. And it will display the performance rate and average response time. So based on so let me show how the evaluation will be done. Okay. So for the evaluation for query execution tracking, basically it will collect all the logs executed queries by SQL developers, and it will set the baseline. For example, more than 80% more than 80% successfully executed queries is considered as a success rate. So once it execute all the queries, and it will display the results. So we will compare the results based with the baseline score we set before. As for performance and productivity scores, same like execution tracking, where it will actually assign the task, I mean the effort, based on the complexity. For example, to perform coding, maybe the complexity rate is 3. Maybe to troubleshoot, maybe 2. And just for do basic queries, maybe the complexity will be 1. So based on the complexity rate, uh, based on the complexity, so we will calculate the effort. So the success criteria will be, if your productivity rate is better than the previous rate, so we can consider that, okay, we can consider that your the SQL developers is productive than previous tasks is performed. So yeah, so if I want to compare and contrast between Gen AI and other methods, productivity measurement tools, we can say the thing I want to highlight is the Gen AI, the chatbot have a real time response, where it will produce a rapid response based on the executed queries on time, compared to maybe other methods. Maybe it takes some time to generate the results or execute the performance rate, and I mean execute the performance of the SQL queries. and and Jane AI chatbot have a good user experience, as a good user experience compared to other method, as we feel like we are communicating to a guide, where we can ask anything. I mean we can ask our doubts, or maybe it will provide feedback based on our results. So which will be very helpful for SQL developers. So it will suggest or recommend some commands to improve the productivity, so which will be very helpful for the um, yeah, for the SQL developers. And benefits and limitations are okay. For benefits, we can say, as I mentioned before, it enhances the productivity measurement, as it will produce, I mean, it will generate output accurately using the metrics such as the execute I mean the resource time, the number of tasks completed. So these are the metrics will be, we can say that it will be produce a more accurate results. And as I mentioned before, yeah, it has a very good user experience. It will provide a good user experience. And another thing, yeah, it will focus on the SQL language. So rather than other methods, they can be used for many other languages also. So it is very specialized on the SQL language, where we can, so it will be specially made for SQL developers to find more advanced results, I mean more accurate results on their performance. But either way, they have their cons also, where to develop and deploy this chatbot, maybe it may cost a lot. It may cost a lot. So, and to familiarize, uh, it may take some time to familiarize this chatbot into our local environment, where so it will require, of course, it will require training to learn, to perform the deep learning and understand what's the context of our codes, I mean our in-house codes, maybe our local codes. And somehow it will depends on the user. So it's user dependency, where it will be doing continuous improvement based on the feedbacks provided by uh, the user. So what I can conclude is, we are not saying that we are ignoring that we should avoid the traditional productivity metrics, but we still can use the traditional productivity metrics, but we just need to implement, I mean, or integrate with our generative AI technology, so it will be enhance more, I mean it will produce more accurate results, and will be more efficient for SQL developer to analyze themselves, or maybe to know what's their productivity level. So that is all from us, so thank you.